So, at the end of the last video, we figured out how to hopefully fix our boat is by using a design from a fan propeller. So basically, when air or water flows this way, it's going to push our shape like this around. And I'll show you what I mean real quick before I put it on my boat. So, I'll build a fan real fast, or a propeller, either one. And you can do this fairly quickly. Like this. Put a hinge on here. Hinge. Add a cylinder. Right? So we got our cylinder. Smack it on there. Right? So this is our sort of base model for what we're going to be, or what I'm going to be presenting to you. If we scooch this over, we copy it. This is probably not perfectly centered, but it doesn't need to be to show you. If you have flaps on here, like this, as a force is put on it like this, but now I weld this and unanchor it. As you put a force on it like this, maybe spin it around, jump on it, it will only go in that direction. So if this were free to rotate in the water, it would spin around in a circle in that direction, rotating whatever it's connected to in a circle. But on a fan, what happens, you can see my thingy slightly off center. We take this, and maybe can we make a copy of that without breaking it? They have a shape much like this. Ooh, I busted that. Give me 1 second, I gotta get a new block to make the example out of. They have a design with flaps that face this direction. And then they rotate the flaps just slightly. So that they can cut in to another dimension. Sort of going sideways is what the fan does. So, if air or water were to hit this one, it can only go that way. But this, in theory, can go this way, this way, this way, and that way. So this fan can actually go 4 different dimensions, as this fan can only go 2 dimensions. Possibly, if you made this fan the right way, actually, it could go 7 or 8 dimensions. Which is pretty useful, actually, tool. And that's what we're going to put on the boat, and it still might not fix it. I want to try making it from a center point. So now, I'm putting that same fan design on this, and I'm hoping that it will let my boat go straight. Oh, here we go. Sort of going to spread the propellers out so they aren't way too close together. or the pieces of the propeller. So now this is what we should have. It looks really nice, actually. It looks just like the blades of a fan, right? So what we're putting onto the boat isn't actually a paddle like this, because this goes in a straight line. If you put this on your boat, it's going to push your boat in a straight line, and if you try and turn, it's going to turn like a car. And the only real way to make it work would be to put 4 paddles on your car, or not your car, your boat, really close together, which would give it easy turning. Now, show you that here in a second after I test this. Because if this doesn't work, we'll try that. Because in theory, you should be able to use 4 wheels like with a car to make turning work. You'll just have to make all the paddles tiny. And now I've welded my little propeller thing together. And now I'm going to unanchor it and turn it into wood. And I'm going to make sure that the seat is welded to the boat. It still isn't quite working, but I have a feeling it's going to work if I rotate the paddles just a little bit more. So I'm going to try rotating the paddles a little bit more. And then, if that doesn't work, then I'm going to try the other system. Okay, so hopefully this works. Maybe add more. In theory, you shouldn't need more if it works. Put them closer together here. Looks like it could work. It's funny, looks like it could work. Okay. Get it on there perfectly. Okay, it's on there. Get a copy of this thing. Stick it in there. Now I'm going to weld that propeller again. Okay. Let's see if this works. Nope, it still does the same thing. Must have something to do with... Ooh, what happened? Did it jam? Huh? It's not jamming. It's almost like Roblox doesn't know what to do. Let's see what's wrong here. Interesting. Well, I've showed you how to make 2 different types of boats. One sort of works, one doesn't work. I think that I'm going to stop for a second. Then I'm going to make another one of these videos with an even better boat. And I'll show you what that looks like here in just a second.